Hello, beautiful family of light. Ooh, wiping the camera from the beginning. Hello, every single one of you. It is time for another live, so let's do this, everyone. Let me set up the light a little bit this way. And first of all, hello and big warm welcome to you. My name is Eliza Mozal. I am an energy healer and a spiritual mentor, and I actually help people reconnect with their divinity, helping them to step in their full alignment with their power, with their own energy, helping them step entirely into their own soul's core essence. One of the biggest passions of mine as well is to help you become sovereign being. And there is a really huge, extremely beautiful question that one of my clients asked me today. She sent me a message last night, and I listened to that message today. And that question actually reconnected me in this present moment with the passion that I wanted to talk about, and it is past lives and tapping into consciousnesses. And I'm going to explain over here everything the best I can possibly do. The question that I received from my client is, Eliza, if I'm going to connect with myself on a much deeper level, if I'm going to connect with my own soul much more than ever before, would I be able to see my past lives? Would I be able to see and recognize these connections and connect the dots? And it took me back straight away to exactly 2 years ago, when I was already few months in very deeply, doing every single day about 3 hours of very deep meditations with Dr. Joe Dispenza. And about 2 years ago, I started being aware of what comes out from these meditations. I actually was not sure if I can even talk to anyone about it, and I definitely didn't have anyone around me that would be going through similar experience. So of course I felt like, let me just sit up this way. So of course I felt like, wow, let me keep this a secret. And this video is exactly to de-shame any mystical experiences that you're going through, to de-shame entirely your soul's desire to reconnect with your roots, to reconnect with your past / other now moments. Let me see who's on. I see that Yvonne is here. Hi Yvonne, it's awesome to have you here. Hi Scott, hi Rahema. Thank you for the hearts, Rahema. It's so nice to see you. Amira is watching that as well. Hi Amira. And Elaine is watching that as well. Hello everyone. If you're watching this live or on repeat, please let me know. I would love to know as well, how are you feeling today? And if you are interested anything about past lives, you're not watching this video by any mistake. There's no coincidences. You are here exactly because your soul and your heart, it's calling for that type of connection, reconnection. So 2 years ago, I started acknowledging, after investing very deeply my own time, love, energy, money, passion into being sure that every single day meditation is my number one. That connection with that divine energy, with that quantum film, is my number one. I was overcoming depression, addictions, anxiety, feeling constantly not good enough. I was overcoming the addiction to guilt and shame, the addiction to not good enoughness, the addiction to researching with my own mind what is wrong with me on a daily basis. So I've decided that, okay, the best thing that comes and flows through my heart is to dive deep into meditations, deeper than ever before, which it means that when I am in my meditation, it isn't just about breathing and relaxing, it's about full-on surrendering. It's about full-on letting myself fall into that huge, massive unknown, which is extremely scary. But on the other side of the fear, on the other side, through surrendering, there was extremely beautiful extremely liberating, huge, unlimited, massive quantum field that it made me feel free like nothing else ever did. The amount of level of liberation that I received through those mystical experiences was entirely through the roof. And if any one of you ever heard about DMT or ayahuasca experiences, this is exactly what I started experiencing every single day without putting any substance into my system, by just diving deep, because these states of consciousness, these higher levels of consciousnesses are extremely natural. It's a part of our makeup. It's part of who we are and where we come from. It's just one huge big love. In 3D reality, we have been fooled into believing that matter is all it is. But matter, if you're gonna just look even at the signs, matter is 0.0000001% of everything. 99.999999% is empty space, not matter. Empty space filled with light, energy, frequency, information. So this is exactly what we are entering when we are going into the meditation deeper than ever before. So 2 years ago, something huge happened, and I've never even spoke that much about it here until now, and I've talked about it a little bit here and there, but this is it. Today is the day. I've been divinely guided to talk about it, to de-shame that which is part of our makeup, and such a huge part of our makeup, over 99% of us. And I started all of a sudden realizing that through these meditations, I have experiences that they go back very, very, very far, very far. And I talk about the visions that I was receiving or tapping into in my meditations, the visions of the very beginning, the visions of the massive, beautiful blast, and me feeling as a treasure, being the treasure, carrying the treasure, floating away on a mission, floating into another part of wholeness, everythingness, with that mission to expand and keep on expanding that love frequency. And then I kept on hearing over and over again, Dolores Cannon, Dolores Cannon, Dolores Cannon, you know, everywhere I tapped into, YouTube everywhere, and I'm like, okay, there must be a sign. Obviously, if I'm hearing that over and over again, let me check this out. And the first video that I'm watching from that lady, who is a famous pioneer of hypnosis, and I'm watching the first video of her talking about the very beginning, and she talks exactly about the same vision that I had in my visions. By the way, I didn't mention that 2 years ago, that vision that I was seeing wasn't just once. It was over and over again. So my analytical mind will not reject it as, it was just a dream. The vision was so strong and so profound. I could feel it in every fiber of my body. And the moments that I was waking up to these visions was when I was washing the dishes, or I was driving to work, or I was simply on a nature walk. And all of a sudden I would be like feeling in every fiber of my body those feelings, those emotions, those experiences, that they go far beyond the human language. Everything I'm describing to you and the words I'm using is butchering that experience. It's impossible to express in words, at least in my language, the language that I am using. It flows from the heart, but it's still quite limiting to that experience. And more and more visions would come to me. The more I would open up, the more I would follow that heart-driven guidance, the more open up. And then I see past lives. And then I'm starting to tapping into consciousnesses. And then I'm starting to being a little bit puzzled by it, because my head and my understanding is still quite far behind. And I still have a lot of homework to do. So I'm learning, I'm tapping into this lifetime, which started somewhere around 70s and 80s. but I was born in 81. So I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm realizing those massive, huge, big, amazing dreams that I had when I was a teenager, the dreams about Second World War and being this and this role, that they weren't actually dreams. And I started remembering what many different scientists have said, that time is not linear, that one thing happens after another. Everything is stacked on the top of another. It isn't one after another. Every single thing is happening in this now moment. And everything started clicking. I am tapping into different consciousnesses. Another thing, this is the most natural and normal thing to experience. And it is so beautiful. It is so liberating. It's like a huge big burst of love and light. And it's very, very, very empowering. It's very empowering because it helps me understand that I am not this tiny little thing who constantly have to think about how to lose weight, how to find the love of my life, how to make things look good so I will be seen good, because that's supposed to make me happy, and all that crap, you know, all that shit that we've been fed by spoons since we were tiny. And I started understanding that I actually can give myself permission to be as empowered as I wish to be. And another thing came through. I actually can give myself permission to be as free as my soul wants me to be, as I want to be on a soul level. And I started just keep on growing and expanding and expanding. Of course, what's on the way when you try to grow and expand? Huge, massive fear, limiting beliefs, and it's started, all of it started becoming like okay, there is no way for me to run away from that fear, right? It is there, that's it, you know, period. Okay, so what can I do to make this a little bit less resistance, a little bit less suffering, right? Because pain is a part of it, but suffering is something you choose by staying there, resisting it. And I literally made a deal with myself. I'm gonna make this fear a part of my journey. Whether I'm gonna overcome it or not, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make it part of my journey, knowing that there is something huge, massive and amazing on the other side of that fear. So I started learning about it, lots and lots of learning, just like an education, right? On many different levels. And I started understanding that everything starts with love, compassion, and me investing in myself and learning more and more and more from others who've done this before me. And another thing, whatever they believe into, it doesn't have to be my belief. I can use it, I can look at it, I can borrow it for 5 minutes, but the most beautiful and empowering experience here it will be for me to tune in with my own sovereignty, tune in with my own divinity, and pick my own perception, pick my own understanding of this experience. And I started getting that past lives in my own understanding is tapping into different consciousnesses. Because I read energy, and that comes to me very easily. It's a juice, it's a joy, it's ability, it's not a gift, it's ability that it is available to every single one of us if we choose to dive into it, if we choose to let go of this analytical mind and conditioned beliefs that we are matter and nothing else, that energy is just a fiction, right? Disregard the science. Yeah, and I started learning that, wow, majority of us is suffering through majority of our this current present lifetime because we're constantly shaming something that it is different. We're constantly shaming feeling not good enough. We're shaming feeling good enough. We're shaming different. We're shaming boring. We're shaming everything and anything that it isn't your current experience. And it's absolutely ridiculous. If you have a desire to tap into your past lives, there is only one thing you need to know, that it is available to you right now, 24/7. And if this is not your current experience, they are steps for you to take, steps that others took before you, and they are happy and ready to share with you, to help you on that journey. A little bit of healing, a little bit of work, maybe a lot of work sometimes, and a lot of willingness, a lot of being honest with yourselves, and so much letting go, because raising your frequency to go to that level where you can tap into other consciousnesses requires most of the time letting go of that which feels heavy. So it's a lot of letting go. It isn't just putting on yourself new beliefs more and more and more, because you're already nearly full, if not overflown, with these lower frequencies of guilt, shame, not good enough, depression, shoulds, shouldn'ts, blah, blah, blah. And it's more about the letting go of that more and more and more, and starting seeing yourself with a totally new perception. If your desire is to tap and see other past lives, you can do it. This is your birthright, to tap into other level of knowledge and knowing. Your experiences from lifetime with Yeshua don't have to be agreed with anyone else. They could be just yours and make you feel amazing and empowered with who you are on this chapter of your journey. And my message to you is that you are worthy of it. It is your birthright. You do not have to wait for anyone else's permission or approval to step into your power. And your power is your reconnection with your sovereignty and your divinity. You might be sitting there and thinking to yourself, well, I've been through this pain, that pain, I am a victim of this and that, I cannot shake it off, my codependence or addiction to smoking or alcohol, or I cannot get rid of that thought that I am not good enough or I should kill myself. And let me assure you, I've been there myself. Everything is possible. Absolutely everything is possible. I actually didn't met anyone who wouldn't go through these struggles and go through them to be able to do it. I don't say that this is the price you've got to pay. I'm just saying that very often when we really, really, really seek that deep level of love and reconnection with that divine energy, we seek most of the time in the outside sources, through a liquid spirit, through different types of chemicals, substances, experiences that we think are those that they will raise our consciousness and frequency. Let's see, who do we have here? Hi Raichi, it's nice to have you here. Hi Magdalena, it's awesome to have you here. Hi Perry, hi Junior, William. How are you doing, William? It's been a while. Let me know, guys, if you have a question about that, because there is so much disempowerment in the world and we give our power away, and we actually do that because it is very familiar so much, right? It is so familiar and so comfortable to sit and just constantly give that power away, because very often this is the only thing we know. It very often seems so scary and terrifying to take your power back and step into that new version of yourself. But you know what? You don't have to do it all, throwing everything there. You can do it step by step. You can actually do it with baby steps. You can do it in your own pace, the way it works for you, right? It's like healing / expanding journey It isn't about doing things the way someone else did. It's about doing the way things, it works for you, you know? To overcome and heal from trauma, it's not all about going back into that trauma and reliving that experience and put yourself through the same trauma again, or in a traumatic way, put yourself into another trauma. Not at all. It's most of the time all about compassion, love, and presence in this present moment, and overcoming these feelings and emotions that you feel are bigger than you. But the truth is, the second you tap into your own energy, even in the smallest way, you start realizing breath after breath, meditation after meditation, day after day, that you are so much bigger than that experience, than that old frequency, that old emotion. And you can actually do that. And if you need help, there is no shame in that. Actually, at the moment, I am helping on one-to-one basis, and I have 2 spots to work with someone on one-to-one basis through energy healing sessions, which are raising the frequency, helping tremendously raise your frequency, and as well through a daily connection and the resources and assignments that I give to help you heal on a cellular and an energetic level to the core of your being, reconnecting you with your divinity, with your power, with your love, with that beautiful feeling like, oh wow, I had no idea I actually can be safe with me. I can be safe with who I am. And this is the stuff that I'm so passionate about, and they make such a huge difference. If you guys have any questions about anything I've been talking about, please let me know. For now, I'm going to wish you lots of love, and just rest assured, if you feel extremely disempowered right now, I know exactly how you feel. I've been there myself. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was nothing but destructive. Nothing but destructive. There was not even a fiber within my being that I was able to look at without disgust and self-hatred. Everything in my behavior, in my thoughts, in my actions was set automatically already, and I was only age 33. It was set automatically already into self-destruction mode. Alcohol, drugs, sex, spending money I didn't earn yet, so much hatred. My energy was so low. It was so unhealthy, so unworthy. And yet, the second I surrendered and I went and I asked for help, everything started changing. But it wouldn't happen if I would be doing things my way. For me, on this part of the journey, it was about full-on surrender and doing just simply my best today. Just for today, I'm going to simply do my best. Can you tell me again how to do this? And I would pray, and I would meditate, and I would keep on expanding, and I would keep on investing more and more and more into myself, into this journey. Because you see, deep inside, I knew that there is more than just becoming sober, clean. There is more than just becoming tidy and nice and looking shiny. I knew that there is so much more over there, and that was that deeply rooted divine connection that I was craving more than air, more than a clean bed, more than a fresh meal. That's what I was craving the most, that deeply rooted divine connection, that knowing that I'm not just piece of shit. And the more I invested in myself, the more that came to me. And wowza, today I was, oh my God, I meant to finish and I didn't. Just 2 more minutes. I've got to say this. Magdalena says, thanks, Eliza. You're welcome, lovely. I'm so happy we've connected. It's funny because we're both Polish, and you're in South Africa and I'm in Scotland, and that's so awesome. I wonder which part of Poland you're from. I'm from northeast, Warmia i Mazury. You probably know where is that. I wonder which part of Poland you're from. So that was incredible. So I went for an amazing nature walk today. This is where I love to reconnect with my frequency. This is where I love to let go of stuff. This is where I love to reconnect with that purest essence of my soul by breathing that fresh air. And I'm in Scotland and it's spring. So of course, today was the day when it was lots of sunshine. It felt like summer. Then it felt like spring, flowers, opening buds everywhere. And then a snowstorm. So all the 3-4 seasons in just 1.5 hours. And I remember that I felt like I really want to move my energy. So I was on the go. And there was a point when I stood and I looked at everything. And I saw across the water, Scottish borders, where I was last summer for a spontaneous weekend on my own. I decided I am worthy of going away on my own and having a blast. And I went there, and that was Lionsgate. And I had a beautiful rebirth experience, not planned, unexpected, very much welcomed. And I remember standing today at the side, looking across the water. Wow, Scottish borders over there, about 2-3 hours drive from the point that I was standing. And then I look back, 17 years ago, I moved my ass from Poland here to Scotland. And you know, it's like, wow. And I went through this and I went through that. And I'm nothing but grateful for where I am. And I felt that beautiful squeeze of gratitude within me. My heart burst open with love and gratitude for myself and every experience I went through. And those beautiful, amazing souls that I'm connected with today. And I just started feeling like, wowza, this is the best experience ever. But it wouldn't happen if me not being in these deep meditations, not investing in myself, and not going through that fear. Because it's so easy when that fear shows up to be like, oh, okay, that's it, that's me, it's time to go home, let's go back to the safe zone. And this is the difference. This is exactly the point that makes the difference between girls and women, boys and men. This is exactly the point. And I'm grateful that we have these experiences, because I truly believe this is what we signed up for. This is what we came here willingly to experience and expand through and learn that there is absolutely no need to label something as wrong, bad, anything, if we choose to learn from it and expand from it as much as we wish. I'm going to finish with that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you've got value from this video, if my frequency helped you expand and raise your own frequency, please let me know in the comment section. Make an exchange. Don't rob yourself out of a full cycle. Full cycle is in breath, out breath, not just in breath or just out breath. I am from an outside of Rzeszów, so that's like, what is Rzeszów? It's like lower, middle, isn't it? My best friend Aneta is from your side. Yes! I live in London and then Brighton, UK for 11 years. Yeah, I've been in London like 5 years ago for a good few months, back and forth between Scotland and London. That was good. And yes, now for 10 years in sunny South Africa. Woohoo! That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I love sunshine so much. I love the meditation, doing it every day and know exactly what you are talking about. I'm so happy, Magdalena. I'm so happy because this is the connection that you get with yourself and others, and you cannot explain in words. You just feel it. You just know it. You just feel it, you just know it. And I feel you have this, and I have a strong feeling you are expressing that connection. You're constantly expressing that in some way with your frequency and your hands. Oh, what a beautiful life. If you've got value, please let me know in comment section. If you are seeking for help in overcoming your issues, to start living the life you came here to live, please send me a private message and I will talk to you. We will see if I'm the one who will be able to help you, or maybe there is someone else out there assigned on this part of your journey to help you. I have only 2 spots left, so be sure to not wait too long, and I'm gonna wish every single one of you only the best and all the best. Thank you so much for your love, shining your light and being who you are. Mwah! Lots of love.